In the lush mango grove near Sravasti, the Buddha sat in quiet meditation under the shade of a grand tree. The grove was peaceful, the leaves whispering softly in the gentle wind, carrying a sense of tranquility. Seekers from distant lands gathered daily, drawn by his teachings and serene presence. Among them, a wealthy merchant named Vardhana approached with an air of pride and reverence. Vardhana was dressed in expensive silks, his entourage carrying trays of gold, fruits, and rare jewels. He bowed deeply before the Buddha, his voice carrying a mixture of awe and self-importance. "Blessed One," he began, "I offer these gifts to honor your teachings and seek wisdom to guide my prosperous path." The Buddha gazed at Vardhana calmly, his eyes reflecting endless compassion and wisdom. "Success is like a tree, bearing fruits that nourish others," he said softly. "When success leads to pride, the fruits rot before they are shared." His words carried weight, filling the air with a quiet yet profound energy. Vardhana hesitated before replying, his voice tinged with curiosity. "Master, if one achieves greatness through skill and effort, is it not natural to feel pride in accomplishments?" The Buddha smiled, his expression patient and understanding. "Pride blinds the heart, preventing us from seeing the suffering of others," he said. "True greatness lies in humility." His disciples nodded silently, absorbing the wisdom embedded in his gentle tone. The merchant's retinue exchanged glances, unsure of the deeper meaning behind the Buddha's words. "Master, how can one balance pride with gratitude for success?" Vardhana asked, his voice trembling slightly. The Buddha picked up a ripe mango from the grove and held it in his hand. "Observe this fruit," he said. "Its sweetness serves all, yet the tree stands humbly, offering its bounty without asking for praise." Vardhana watched intently as the Buddha placed the mango back on the ground with careful precision. Vardhana's mind churned, the simplicity of the example striking a chord within his heart. Should one deny recognition entirely? "Blessed One?" he asked, his tone reflecting a mixture of doubt and intrigue. The Buddha turned to his disciples and asked, "What makes a tree noble, my friends?" They pondered briefly before a young monk replied, "Its ability to give without pride." "Master," the Buddha nodded approvingly, his gaze returning to Vardhana. "A noble person, like the noble tree, grows stronger by serving others," he said, his voice steady and clear. "The more one offers, the less one desires recognition, and the heart becomes free of burdens." Vardhana listened intently, his pride beginning to falter under the weight of truth. A farmer approached the gathering, carrying baskets of mangoes and bowing humbly before the Buddha. "Master, these are from the grove, offered for the joy of all present," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. The Buddha received the farmer's gift with gratitude, turning to Vardhana as he spoke. "This farmer embodies the essence of humility," he said. "His success is measured by the happiness it brings, not by his own gain." Vardhana studied the farmer, noting the quiet contentment in his demeanor. "Blessed One, does humility mean denying oneself completely?" Vardhana asked, his voice a mixture of curiosity and resistance. The Buddha's gaze softened, sensing the internal struggle within the merchant's heart. "Humility does not erase self-worth," the Buddha replied. "It reveals the interconnectedness of all beings, reminding us that our success serves others." The disciples whispered among themselves, the profound wisdom resonating deeply in their minds. Vardhana felt the weight of his jeweled trays, his heart wrestling with the implications of the Buddha's teachings. "Master, how does one cultivate humility in the face of great wealth and power?" he asked, his tone earnest and reflective. The Buddha pointed to the grove surrounding them, its trees flourishing in harmony. "Like these trees, balance is achieved through sharing and letting go," he said. "Let your wealth flow like rivers nourishing the land." His words painted a vivid image in Vardhana's mind, igniting a desire for change. A young disciple approached, bowing before the Buddha and offering a simple clay bowl of water. The Buddha smiled, accepting the bowl and drinking deeply. His movements calm and deliberate. A humble vessel, though modest, fulfills its purpose, he said. Addressing the gathered disciples, Vardhana watched the interaction, his pride dissolving slowly, replaced by a sense of introspection. Blessed One, you have opened my heart, he said quietly, his voice trembling with emotion. I shall use my success to uplift others. The Buddha nodded, his expression serene and encouraging. May your actions reflect the essence of compassion and humility, he said, his words carrying a sense of divine hope. True greatness lies in serving without seeking praise. The grove was still, the air charged with the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings. Vardhana left his jeweled trays behind, bowing deeply before departing the grove. His heart lighter than before, the disciples remained, contemplating the words spoken by their master and the lessons learned through Vardhana's journey. The grove seemed to whisper softly, carrying the essence of humility and interconnectedness across the land. Another day, another gathering of seekers formed around the Buddha, their hearts eager for wisdom to guide their paths. Amid the assembly were two brothers, Ashva and Udaya, both prominent scholars known for their brilliance and rivalry. Their knowledge had brought them fame, yet envy poisoned their bond, leading to quarrels that echoed across the city. It is to help them grow. The mother bowed her head once more, gratitude shining in her tear-filled eyes. He finally spoke, his voice gentle yet clear, carrying the weight of timeless truth. Unity is like a lotus blooming in harmony with the waters, he said, his eyes resting upon Ashva and Udaya. When divided, it cannot thrive, and its beauty fades. The brothers glanced at each other but remained silent, their pride holding them captive. The Buddha gestured to a bundle of dry leaves placed nearby, his movements deliberate and purposeful. Bring this bundle to me, he said, addressing the gathering. A disciple hurried to obey, laying the bundle before him with a respectful bow. The Buddha picked up a single leaf, examining it closely, and spoke again. Each leaf is unique, yet together they form a greater whole, he said. What happens if I scatter them to the wind? Ashva replied hesitantly. They will drift apart, unable to hold their strength. The Buddha nodded, his gaze shifting to Udaya as he asked, and if I light them with a flame, what will occur? Udaya answered with equal caution. They will burn swiftly, consumed by fire. The Buddha placed the leaf back with care, his voice steady as he continued. So too is the heart divided by discord. Pride ignites flames that destroy, while harmony scatters the winds of ego. Ashva lowered his gaze, the Buddha's words resonating deeply within him. Though he struggled to let go of his pride, Udaya remained tense, his thoughts clouded by a desire to defend his position. The Buddha sensed their inner turmoil and addressed them directly. Success achieved through rivalry is fleeting, like a flame that consumes and leaves only ashes behind, he said. True greatness uplifts others and strengthens bonds of unity. His disciples murmured softly, the profound wisdom sinking into their minds. Ashva and Udaya exchanged glances, each seeing reflections of their own stubbornness mirrored in the other's eyes. The Buddha gestured for the brothers to sit before him, his presence inviting honesty and humility. They obeyed, their movements hesitant yet willing to listen. A farmer approached the gathering, carrying a bowl of water and bowing before the Buddha with reverence. The Buddha received the offering with gratitude and spoke again, his words directed at the brothers. Observe this water, clear and still. It reflects the sky above, unclouded by pride or anger. Ashva spoke softly, his voice trembling with emotion. Father, Buddha began gently, I see your determination. Yet, burden alone does not teach. It must be balanced with understanding. Budda, moved by his brother's admission, added, I too am guilty of envy. Blessed One, how can unity heal our wounded hearts? The Buddha placed the bowl of water before them and said, together, you must serve others, letting compassion dissolve the walls between you. The brothers listened intently, their hearts beginning to soften as the Buddha's words carried a sense of hope and renewal. Strength lies in unity, not division, the Buddha continued. By embracing harmony, you transform rivalry into a source of shared greatness. The disciples watched as the brothers bowed before the Buddha, their gestures humble and filled with newfound resolve. The Buddha's serene expression encouraged their efforts, his teachings offering a path toward reconciliation. The gathering felt the quiet power of transformation unfolding within the brothers. A young monk approached the Buddha and asked, Master, what sustains unity in the face of adversity? The Buddha pointed to the surrounding trees. Their branches intertwined in harmony. Balance is sustained by compassion and respect, like trees leaning together for strength. The brothers observed the grove, their hearts reflecting on the lessons embedded within the natural world. Blessed One, we shall commit ourselves to serving others together, Ashva said, his voice steady and sincere. Budda nodded, adding, our knowledge will become a gift, not a weapon. The Buddha smiled, his approval evident in the serenity of his expression, and spoke once more, may your actions inspire unity and peace, spreading the fragrance of kindness far and wide. The grove seemed to whisper gently, carrying the essence of humility and interconnectedness across the land. The brothers left the gathering, their hearts lighter and united by a shared purpose to uplift others through their wisdom. The disciples remained, contemplating the profound teachings of their master and the transformative power of humility and harmony. The Buddha sat silently beneath the tree, his presence a testament to the enduring strength of compassion and interconnectedness. The grove swayed gently in the wind, its leaves carrying whispers of peace and unity to all who listened. Another day, another encounter brought the Buddha to the humble village of Kapilavastu, a place known for its skilled artisans. The Buddha walked slowly through the village, his serene presence calming those who paused to greet him with respect. Outside a modest workshop sat Anupam, a potter renowned for his exceptional craft and quiet demeanor. Anupam was shaping clay into delicate pots, his hands steady and movements precise as the wheel turned rhythmically. The Buddha watched silently for a while, observing the potter's patience and focus as the shapes emerged from the raw clay. Finally, the Buddha spoke, his voice soft but steady, carrying the weight of wisdom. Anupam, your craft is beautiful, and your efforts reflect dedication and skill, he said. How do you view the fruits of your labor? Anupam looked up from his work, his expression thoughtful, and replied humbly, Master, I see these pots as vessels, serving others with their utility, not with their adornment. The Buddha smiled gently, sensing the potter's sincerity and humility, and turned to address his disciples gathered nearby. Observe the clay, he said. Malleable and humble, it becomes useful only when shaped with care and intention, not with pride. The disciples nodded, their eyes fixed on Anupam's hands as he continued his craft. A curious disciple asked the Buddha, Master, can success be achieved without seeking recognition or wealth? The Buddha gestured toward a newly shaped pot, still wet and fragile, and replied, Success, like this pot, serves its purpose without boasting of its form or value. His words carried a quiet yet profound energy, filling the workshop with a sense of tranquility. Anupam paused his work, his gaze resting upon the Buddha as he listened intently to the unfolding wisdom. Blessed One, is it wrong to desire acknowledgement for one's efforts? He asked, his voice tinged with curiosity and doubt. The Buddha placed a hand on the edge of the potter's wheel, still spinning gently, and answered, "Recognition is fleeting. Like the wheel's motion, turning endlessly but never holding still," he said. "True fulfillment comes from serving others, not from seeking praise." His disciples exchanged thoughtful glances, the simplicity of his teachings sinking into their hearts. A villager approached the gathering, carrying a basket of food and bowing humbly before the Buddha, his expression respectful. The Buddha accepted the offering with gratitude and turned to address Anupam once more. "Like this food nourishes the body, humility nourishes the soul," he said. "Let your actions reflect generosity, not pride." Anupam watched the interaction, his heart resonating with the profound truth embedded within the Buddha's words. "Blessed One, how does one balance humility with self-worth?" he asked, his tone reflective and sincere. The Buddha gazed at the potter kindly and replied, "Humility enhances self-worth, like clay shaped into a vessel of purpose." A young monk asked the Buddha, "Master, how can we ensure our actions remain humble while achieving success?" The Buddha pointed to the surrounding trees, their branches heavy with fruits but bent gracefully toward the earth. "Success is like these trees," he said. "Their fruits serve others, and their posture reflects humility, not arrogance." The disciples murmured softly, the vivid metaphor painting a picture of humility as strength, not weakness. Anupam nodded, his hands returning to the clay as he shaped another pot with renewed purpose and understanding. The Buddha continued, his voice steady and encouraging, "Let your work be a gift. Much like these trees offering their fruits to all without seeking reward," he said. "By serving others, you fulfill the purpose of your success and strengthen the bonds of interconnectedness." Anupam's movements grew more deliberate, his heart lighter as the teachings deepened his perspective. A child approached the gathering, carrying a small cracked pot and holding it out to the Buddha with innocent curiosity. The Buddha accepted the pot gently, examining its flaws with care and turning to the child with a warm smile. "Even this flawed vessel holds water," he said. "Imperfection does not diminish purpose, just as humility does not diminish self-worth." The disciples watched in silence, the profound simplicity of the lesson resonating deeply within their hearts. Anupam observed the exchange, his own work reflected in the humble pot held by the Buddha's hands. He spoke softly, his voice trembling with emotion. "Blessed One, you have shown me the essence of my craft and its purpose in serving others," he said. "I shall dedicate my work to uplifting those in need." The Buddha nodded approvingly, his expression serene and filled with compassion. The gathering remained in the workshop, the quiet power of the Buddha's teachings lingering in the air like a gentle breeze. Anupam's hands continued to shape the clay, his movements guided by a newfound sense of purpose and humility. The disciples reflected on the lessons imparted, their hearts inspired by the profound wisdom of their master. The Buddha sat in silence, his presence a testament to the enduring strength of interconnectedness and the transformative power of humility. The village seemed to embrace his teachings, its peaceful atmosphere carrying whispers of compassion and harmony to all who listened. Anupam's pots adorned homes and temples, not with their beauty but with the love and care embedded in their creation. The Buddha departed the village, his journey continuing to illuminate hearts and minds across the land. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.